am here. We got a politician in the house. He is running for he's running for the 48th Congressional District here in California. Guys, welcome Michael Kotick.
Yes!
Did I say that right, Kotick?
Perfect.
Everyone wants to say Kotick, but it's Kotick.
It's Kotick.
Kotick. All right, so this is how we do it. 1, 2, 3. Wow! Wow, he got it.
Have you ever had to wah for any media appearance?
I haven't, but now, every time.
Okay.
We're gonna have to do it.
Let me tell you, it breaks the ice. It makes people just get in this comfortable mood, you know, ready to talk one-on-one.
They should do that in the U.S. Capitol. Right? Right before any session of Congress.
things.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
That would change things.
You guys would pass. You guys would get more things done now. So you're running up against an incumbent.
Yes.
And it's who are you running against?
His name is Dana Rohrabacher.
And he's a Republican?
You have heard of him?
Yes.
Yeah, he is a Republican.
What area is this of California?
So it's in Orange County, and it goes
well, that
from
makes sense.
Seal Beach all the way down to the Laguna area and inland to Costa Mesa and places like that.
And you're running as a Democrat?
Running as a Democrat.
Okay, so what are your chances and what's your platform?
So our chances are great. And I think what makes me most excited is this whole election, our biggest opportunity is to listen to people.
Okay.
I think politicians do a whole lot of talking and not a lot of listening.
Right.
So we're going to be talking about how do we increase wages for new types of jobs, how do we ensure we have health care, how do we ensure that we're protecting the environment. All three of those things are things the incumbent doesn't seem to care about.
I can imagine.
Wow, those are massive issues.
Those are kind of important,
That's
right?
very important.
They're very important, especially, I mean, one thing that I have to point out, you are very young.
Yes.
So at the same time, at least I feel, that it's going to be good voicing for the younger generation like us and the things that matter to us. Because, I mean, in my case, all these issues that you pointed out, they're things that I care about, especially for the future, for whatever, you know, however children, when they come, what world am I going to leave for them?
Absolutely.
And these kind of things are things that the current government, the presidency, is not taking care of, and it's nice to have someone you know, voicing it out for us. So.
You know, it's interesting, going back to that point about a younger generation, what I'm seeing is think about all the stuff that we've done as a generation. We've reinvented everything.
Yeah.
Platforms, businesses, apps, all that stuff.
Social media.
Social media.
Huge.
We've never touched government in a meaningful way. And that's why 2016 is important. We have so much spirit and attitude to bring.
Yeah.
And it's the same old thing, and it's time to change it.
Now, you're running on the primary for the 2018 elections.
Correct.
Okay. So one of the other big things that we were talking about today, and that's especially, you know, this is LATV, and most, if not close to all of our audience is somehow Latino, American Latinos, but also Latinos who come here from Latin America, immigrants, probably a lot of undocumented people or the children of undocumented people. So DACA's in the news. What do you think about the president's stance, and what do you think the solution to the problem is?
You know, DACA's pretty incredible. I heard a sound come out somewhere over here.
I'm so upset about what's happening. It's like,
You know, it drives you a little bit crazy because above anything else in the policies, it just feels unfair, right? Here are people who didn't make the decision to be here, who are adding more, frankly, than a lot of other people who are here. They're getting more educated, they're employed, they're not even pulling federal benefits back, but they're putting into the system, right? So I want more
of those
people, right?
Exactly. That would make America great again. I said it before.
That's one that's going to get you elected in a traditionally Republican district in Orange County?
Here's the deal.
I was thinking the same thing, actually. Thank you for bringing that up.
Because it'll get you elected here at LATV, right, guys?
But here's the deal. With these types of folks, the solution is not kicking people out. The solution is figure out how do you bring them into the system and embrace them, especially when they're becoming more educated and when they're employed and when they're giving their part. That is a position that's very popular in Orange County, especially because we have Latinos that are 20% of the voting population in my district. And when you're looking at a primary, even before the general election, Latinos have an opportunity to actually pick the candidate they want.
Wow.
And there is so much assuming that everyone comes together. And that's actually the biggest challenge, is how do we get into a place as a community and as a country where it's more about being together than pulling apart.
Well, and I think the Latino community,
that's totally how I feel.
The Latino community feels like they've been left hanging by both parties. I think that one of the things that disappointed me, I was a big supporter of Obama, and I was happy to see that he did something. But the Democrats kind of went halfway. where they made it possible for these dreamers to stay temporarily, but there was no path to citizenship. If there's no path to citizenship for these dreamers, then it's an alligator arm. It's a half-assed solution. So I'm wondering if you think that that's a possible thing that could happen. Give them a path to citizenship.
Yeah, I think you have to have a path to citizenship. I also think that citizenship needs to be a path that is clear and transparent for everybody. Because I think everyone wants to be a citizen of this country. It's just, it's confusing to figure out how. So let's make it clear, let's put the path forward, and let's ensure that we have the best and brightest coming into this country, because that makes all of us better.
Okay, you know what I want to be clear about, Michael?
What's that?
You had let's get into the personal stuff here. You had a 6-figure job. You used to work for a food manufacturing company. You probably got chocolate for free. Why would you leave that job to take on all this political drama?
The chocolate.
Yes. Why?
So outside of the fact that I have a huge room in my house full of chocolate. No, I'm kidding.
Really? Okay. I want to go there.
That makes me jealous.
Yeah.
No, I think, you know, first of all, I always knew I was going to get involved.
Okay.
I always knew I was going to serve. It was just a matter of when.
Okay.
And I think the gift, and it's hard to find one, but the gift of 2016 was that we knew that we all have to do something. Sitting back and just saying it's all going to be okay because everyone believes like I do and it's going to be fine is not enough anymore.
Right.
So the 2016 didn't decide for me to get involved. It just moved the timing faster.
Okay.
And that really was my.
So you were like, Trump's president, time for me to jump in this pool.
Let's get in on this.
So I think part of it was Trump. I think the other piece was, too, if you look at Democrats and Republicans, everyone's so divided.
Okay, yes.
Right? And it's getting pushed farther and farther apart. And I actually think the country lives more in the middle than it does on either side.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And that's where we need to have people who are stepping up with fresh ideas that sit in the middle more than on the extreme side.
That speaks to me a lot as someone who just tries to live in the balanced, happy. They call it the happy median for a reason, but not to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, because we were talking about the personal thing. So did you go to law school? Because I know you studied in Argentina. You almost became a soccer player.
I did.
So then, what's the deal there? I mean, you dropped soccer to go into law school, or?
So I got recruited. I grew up in LA, actually.
Okay.
Got
So hablas español, supongo.
Un poquitísimo.
Poquitísimo, pero si estás en Argentina.
And my accent's horrible because I have like the Castellano accent and it's all weird now.
El castellano, claro, el castellano de Argentina, claro. It's pretty, but okay.
Yeah, but okay. So I went to Michigan State, played soccer, did really, really well there, got an economics degree, got a business degree, got an international management degree, tons of advanced degrees.
Yes, a lot of degrees.
But all those ingredients are important right now, right? The world is getting more global. We need to be winning in businesses with jobs. So all those things were leading up to this moment.
Michael, are you winning in love? Are you single, ready to mingle? He's a young, good-looking politician.
Well,
What's the marital status here?
It's positive thinking.
Nice.
Positive thinking.
Listen, I think that you're positive thinking.
mine.
Yeah, there you go.
But this is Kabbalah, but it's a little
She has
bit
your
of
vote in the
both.
spiritual sense.
Okay.
Michael, we gotta go, but thank you for coming here and speaking to us. That means a lot to us in our community. You have our support. Keep it positive, and I think you're gonna go far, my man.
Thank you.